Have you ever felt like you've outgrown your career, but you're not sure what to do next? Maybe you've been working in the same field for years, but the thought of continuing on this path just feels exhausting or meaningless. You're not alone. Here's the truth. Reinventing yourself professionally isn't just possible, it's necessary for growth. By the end of this video, you'll walk away with 3 clear strategies to help you transition smoothly into a new industry or role. You'll learn how to recognize the skills you already have, take small, manageable steps toward your new path, and reframe your experience to stand out to potential employers. Stick around because these practical tips could make all the difference in your journey. When I was at Microsoft, I mentored Sarah, who had a background in training, but she really wanted to get into marketing. We came up with a plan to give her some marketing experience within her current role, so she could try it on for size. I also introduced her to colleagues on the marketing team, and she began to meet with them and quiz them on their daily marketing functions. After about a year, she was convinced that this was the new direction she wanted for her career. And with all her new contacts, she was able to transition smoothly into a role in marketing, and she hasn't looked back since. If you've been thinking about a change, there's good news. Transitioning to a new industry or role doesn't have to mean starting from scratch. You already have valuable experience, and with a little focus, you can pivot towards something that excites you. Let's dive into 3 practical steps you can use to get started. First, get curious about where your current skills can take you. Think about the work you've done so far, not just your job title, but the actual skills you've developed. For example, maybe you've mastered project management or problem solving, or maybe you're a great communicator. These aren't tied to any one industry, they're transferable. Spend some time researching industries or roles that value these skills. Sites like LinkedIn and Glassdoor can be a goldmine for finding job descriptions that might spark your interest. Once you identify where your skills overlap with opportunities, you'll see that you're not as far away from a new role as you might think. Second, embrace the power of small steps. One of the biggest mistakes people make when transitioning careers is feeling like they have to take a giant leap right away. You don't. Start by dipping your toes into your new field. Volunteer for projects at work that align with your interests. Take on a freelance gig, or enroll in a short online course. For example, Sarah didn't quit her job overnight. She began doing small marketing assignments, and over time, she gained experience and confidence, which made her eventual transition feel much more manageable. Remember, every small step builds momentum. Third, tell your story in a way that makes sense to your new audience. Transitioning careers often means reframing your experience. Employers want to know how your past roles prepared you for this new opportunity. So connecting the dots is up to you. Think of it this way. If you were giving a presentation, you'd tailor it to your audience, right? Your resume, your LinkedIn profile, and even how you talk about yourself in interviews should do the same thing. Highlight the skills and accomplishments that are most relevant to the new path. For Sarah, that meant focusing her profile and portfolio less on her training experience and more on the marketing projects she was tackling. The way you tell your story can make all the difference. Here's the thing about career transitions. They're rarely straightforward, and yes, they can be scary. But staying in a job or field that drains you is scarier. When you take the time to assess your skills, take small steps toward your new path, and craft a compelling story about your journey, you'll discover that change isn't as intimidating as it seems. It's freeing. As author George Eliot once said, "It's never too late to be what you might have been." So don't wait. Take your first step today, whether it's researching roles, signing up for a course, or simply believing in yourself. Every action counts. You've got this.